So today I wanted to show you guys how I did this DIY Z palette. I made this using a cardboard and a magnetic sheet, and this is not really an actual size of a Z palette, but I customized it where I could put 6 of my depotted bronzers and highlighters from Too Faced. This 4 over here. This is from the Too Faced, the Beach and the Bronze Goddess. I think that was it. The packaging was too bulky for me, so I decided to depot it. And this was from the 10 pan plushes from, I think it was Coastal Scents, and I depotted it, and I put this 2 over here because this is like a nice summer palette, blush bronzer palette. So yeah, we are going to make something similar to this, but this one is like a mini Z palette, rectangle Z palette, but I wanted to actually do like this size, like a square size. So yeah, let's start the video. So the stuff that you're gonna need to make a palette like that is a foam board, black or white, doesn't really matter. You're also gonna need this foam stick. I have no idea what you call this, I can't remember, but you can get this at Michael's. There are like other sizes on this, but I was thinking of using a smaller one like this. So as you guys can see the difference, it's like half the size of this, so I feel like I'm gonna use this. We'll see, whatever I feel like using. And you can use an acetate if you want to, but I can't find an acetate, so I'm just gonna use this plastic over here. I got this from the dollar store. And yeah, if you wanted that that Z palette look, then you can use something like this, like a clear plastic. But we'll see how I feel if I wanted to do a clear top or just like the regular top. You'll also need a glue gun, excuse me, a ruler, scissors, and a cutting tool. Well, cutting tools, they're both cutting tools. A metal sheet like this, or whatever you guys wanted to use. I got this at Michael's. It's like $5.99 for like 3 sheets. Duct tape, whatever color duct tape you want, or if you want to use something else, fabric, whatever, you can use that too. But I wanted the duct tape because it's, you know, like plastic, so even if it gets dirty, it's easier to clean up. So the first thing I wanted to do is to cut this the same square size as this. If you have like a cutting mat too, just like this is actually for sewing, this one, but it's actually an all-purpose cutting mat, so it doesn't really matter. And I don't have a pencil, I can't find it, so I'm just gonna use a pen. Oh, actually I have a pencil. Okay, now that I've traced it, I am going to cut it. The reason why I trace it first, because I want to cut it evenly, and I'm just gonna cut it. And pop it. You're probably gonna need, like, if you don't have that foam stick that I showed you guys earlier, then you can use a cardboard too, the same size, just we're going to like cut the middle part of it. Make sure when you do this you cut it like really well, because there you go. So it should look like this. So I actually just cut 2 square shaped foam boards because I'm going to use the foam stick. Now I am going to cut this, what do you call this, the magnetic sheet, and make it a little bit smaller. Actually, I'm gonna do the same size as the foam board. So what I like to do is to just stick this over here, stick the foam board on the sheet. It's easier like that than cutting it. So I am going to use a hot glue for this. Alright, so I'm just putting some hot glue on this. Doesn't have to be like really glued because we are going to duct tape it later. So okay, after that just cut it. So it should look like this. Okay, so now I am going to cut this foam board over here and glue it afterwards. So cut it. You have to be careful with this foam stick. Did I say foam board earlier? It's actually foam stick because sometimes it gets like cracked. Okay, so after cutting it, put your glue stick, put some glue stick on it. And stick it in right away. Next, I will do the other side. And just do the same thing. So now that we got all the sides good, we are going to cover up the sides using a duct tape. I am going to use this. You can use whatever you want. A duct tape sheet. There's like a sheet there, but that one is just too expensive. So if we are opting or wanted a very affordable one, you could just use a duct tape. I'm going to use like a peach color. And then I am going to tape it, leaving like a little bit of space here so we can cover up the insides too. So just tape it like that. Or you can cut it first if you want to. I like doing it like this because it's just easier for me. So do whatever is easier for you guys. And then
are you eating lunch with Daddy, Mommy? No?
of course I'm eating. And tape it on the sides like this. When you're done, cut this part. Oh, and yes, my husband is cooking lunch because he's a better cook than me. Anyway, so yeah, just like this. And then I like to do the opposite first, the opposite sides first, and then this part, but you can do it however you want it. So yeah. it should look like when it covers the side. You can do however you wanted to. You can cut it like diagonal, is that how you call it, or slanted over here on this side, so it wouldn't have like this. But it's my palette, so I'm the only one who's gonna see it, so it doesn't really matter. So I am taking another one like this, and I am covering up the side where I am going to put the, how do I say it, like the connection, is that how you say it? Something to put it over like this. I'll just show you guys. So I am taking the duct tape and covering up this side. And then I am taking a cardboard like this, and I am going to cut like a 1/2 inch size. I just needed something like this, and this one is gonna go over here. Do you see what I'm trying to do? Now I am placing another ducky tapey over here, maybe like this. Cut it up. Put this on top so you know where to put it. Do you guys see it? I am putting this in the middle, and it should go like that. Okay, that's fine. Now before I cover it up like this, I am going to grab another duct tape, probably the same size, because I want to cover up that cardboard over there, and I am going to cut it in half. Okay, so I am gonna cover this thing up. See if I can see it. Hold on. It's hard to do this on camera. I hope you guys understand why I'm like fumbling and, you know, whatever you guys call what I'm doing. It's ugly. Let me do it again. You know what? It doesn't want me to do it again, so it doesn't really matter because that is in the middle. Just gonna cut up the excess. The only thing I hate about doing this is the duct tape annoys me. So yeah, now we are going to stick this on the other side. So it should look like this. Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna cover up the sides of the top. Let me just use the half that we used earlier. That we are gonna cover up the top. I'm kind of weird. I like to do it like this. So however you guys want to do it, you can do it. Oh, I'm not showing you guys. It'll be better to use the sheets, but the sheets are just too expensive. So the duct tape is fine because, like I said, it's my palette anyway. I can do whatever I want, right? And then cut it out. I don't know why I did that, but you guys get the gist of it, so. I know I could have done it a different way, but whatevs. And then put this in the middle so it looks a little bit more nicer. Now, when we get to the inside part, I want you guys to cut the duct tape, put the duct tape from here to here only. So that's what we are gonna do. So it should be like this. I think I messed up a little bit on the inside part. It's not like straight, but it's okay. So since I didn't really put a magnet on this part, so it's like a magnetized thing, whatever you call it, like the Z palette, I wanted to do something like this instead. So like an elastic to hold it up. Right, so I am going to need an elastic like this, but I only have the white one. If you have other colors than the white one, then you can use it. If not, then you can use whatever you guys have. You can use a lace if you feel like, what do you call this, tying it up. If not, then you could just use something like this, another color, another size. I am going to tape it on the back side first. And then after that, just cover up the back the same way we covered up the front, or another way if you have another way of doing it. So let's do it. And we are done. So you guys, this is the finished product. As you guys can tell, it fits more than the small Z palette. It fits 16 eyeshadows perfectly. This is 5x5. Is that how you say it? 5x5. The measurement is 5x5. That's what I'm trying to say. I also made a bigger palette. It's bigger than the extra large Z palette, and it fits 48 eyeshadows. It's the same style that I used on the small one. And yeah, these are all magnetized or magnetic pots. You guys can see it. There you go. Can you guys can see? Let me show you. It's not gonna go anywhere. I hope you guys like this tutorial or the DIY. If you do like it, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up sign. And if you want to see some more DIYs, just like this video, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye.